So yeah, yes, it's a loss, but it's also maybe a moment for inspiration and to get even better.
Yeah, great point. A moment for inspiration then for Weckmuller, but now an inspiring moment for all of us. The recurve men's individual gold medal match. Time to welcome the athletes to the field of play.
On target number 1, representing France, Jean-Charles Valladont. On target number 2, representing Netherlands, Steve Wijler. Your line judge for this match is David Fostred.
Gold medal time for the last time here at the first leg of the European Grand Prix here in Lilleshall in Great Britain. And it's Jean-Charles Valladont of France taking on Steve Wijler from the Netherlands. Chef, you backing Valladont here?
I'm trying to be impartial. So obviously I would like to hear the Dutch national anthem again. But I'm mostly here for a good match.
It's interesting on the shooting line. And sorry for doing that to you. But interesting on the shooting line that Steve here was looking very serious. He's here for gold. And he's hit the middle of the target to start the match. Valladont, in contrast, smiling and laughing along with the crowd as he was introduced. But it's very much, Chef, isn't it, about the what works for you? What one is not right or wrong.
Yeah, that's very correct. They both have a lot of results to back their tactic up. Actually, they were back-to-back, or they weren't back-to-back, but Valladont was a 2016 European champion, and Steve was a 2018 European champion, the time after Valladont became the European champion. So they know they can win tournaments of this scale, and they actually both have a silver Olympic medal. Valladont has an individual one, and Steve has a mixed team one, but still.
Olympic medal's an Olympic medal, and the first set points are definitely going to Wijler here, because Valladont cannot reach 29 unless they add a 12 ring.
9.
It's a 9 for a 26. A little bit of a warm-up, perhaps, for Valladont, but Wijler looked at the beginning, as I said, Chef. He's here for business. He's here to win the gold medal, right?
Yeah, but I think that's always Steve's objective. He goes to a competition not to learn, not to see how well he can do, but he's gonna see if he can grab a medal, and preferably gold. So, yeah, this is nothing new under the sun. Let's put it that way.
We take a look back over that first set. Valladont going 9-8-9. But Steve Wijler here going 10-9-10. He's showing a tiny bit of emotion there. As he turns away to look at the coach, he just gives a little glimmer of a smile. But he's trying to stay very contained, isn't he?
Yeah, he's here for business, and that's always been his tactic, and it seems to work for him.
Set number 2, Valladont trailing by 2 set points to 0, puts it into the 9.
Nine. Nine.
He's shooting good shots, but just not hitting the middle. I feel like he's almost too relaxed.
Nine.
Good group from Wijler, but he didn't look too happy with that.
Nine.
Bit of a pull there. That looks like it's gone into the 8. Called 8-9 in venue. Chef, 8 for me.
This one is too close for me to make a definitive call.
Really? You're not calling that one. I think that was an 8. I'm going to have to say it. If we're going to continue our arguments through the season, we might as well start off right at the beginning.
Maybe it'll be different once we've sat down a couple times together and we can talk it out.
Well, I'm not fighting you. I'm not a fighter, so I can't take you on the range either. So that's not going to be a contest.
I'm sure we can find something.
On the piece,
I think it's
maybe?
called a 9.
No,
I think they're
it
calling it
wasn't
a 9.
called Really? Have I lost again? He pulled it across, didn't he?
And indeed, that arrow was upgraded to a 9.
Oh, Chef Vandenberg, you are a nightmare. Why are you always right?
Sharing the set
I was neither right or wrong. I didn't call anything.
I think you said that would get upgraded, so I think you were right. So it's not only my wife that's always right all the time, it's you as well.
You need to get new friends, I think.
Yeah, I definitely do. New co-commentators, no, I can't say new wife live on air, can I?
I wouldn't.
No, I'm not going to say that. Marked up. Yeah, back to business indeed. A marked up 9 for Steve Wijler, and he goes 3-1 up in this gold medal match.
The first 10 he gets.
Matched.
So it's interesting to me that Steve shoots the first arrow. It seems like a really good arrow, hits it then, and then shoots his second arrow low, and then adjusts his sight.
10.
Brilliant, perfect from Jean-Charles Valladont. Puts it out of reach, and we are going to be all square after 3.
Perfect 30 there from Jean-Charles Valladont. Brings him right back into the match. Taking the set.
Curious one, this one, isn't it? Because the marked up arrow in the second set for Steve Wijler basically meant a share of the points in the second, and then Valladont comes back with a perfect. Are you feeling a momentum shift here?
I kind of do, but Steve is also like notoriously a comeback kid. Like he'll fight till the end. So yeah, I would never just say like, oh, this is over.
Took the match 7-3 over Maximilian Weckmuller.
So JC Valladont, he is being coached by Romain Girouille, which is also a two-time Olympic athlete. And I remember the first time I went to a World Cup, I was on the practice range next to him, and he was shooting probably the best groups I've ever seen at that point in my life. And I was super impressed by it, and it's fun to see him now in the coach's box. Coaching another Olympic medalist.
Anything that you've considered in the coaching field?
Yeah, there are considerations, but there are still considerations.
I'm sure Steve Wijler would benefit from you being in his box. Just outside the 10.
Eight. Ten. Eight.
I find it very difficult to see with Jean-Charles why his arrows are hitting good or bad, respectively.
Nine. Well, that last arrow in the 8 by Steve Wijler was just enough to give him the set there with 27 points.
So,
27 to 20.
Another one of those curious sets. I'm not even sure Valladont knows what went on there.
No, the first arrow, he was a bit like he was shaking his head, which leads me to believe he knew that that was not the best shot of the match. The second arrow was a bit strange to me. I didn't expect him to, shoot another 8, almost hitting his first arrow, and I think neither did he.
The French crowd getting right behind Valladont. A shrug of the shoulders from Wijler, but Wijler leading this one by 5 set points to 3. You've definitely got to favour him, but you see the spread of the arrows there in the fourth set. 2 8s high, and then that 9 going low left. No, I know, of course, that you are supporting. You're compelled to support your teammate, of course. But really, Wijler's got this in the bag, hasn't he?
Yeah, it really seems like it.
So, start of the 5th and final set. Valladont trailing by 5 points to 3, has to win this one outright.
10.
Another one of those high right eights. Really opening the door for Steve now, since he only has to tie this set. Ooh.
That was a big wobble there. And you said opening the door. He did, but Wijler not able to capitalise. Huge couple of arrows coming now.
9.
Not
Yeah, so Steve needs to
too
hit the
bad.
gold. Oh.
8.
That looks like it's gone out wide. I think this is going to be 5 apiece.
I think so as well.
Possibly could
Yeah,
be
it's a tough one, isn't it? I mean,
from here, we will wait and see what the judge
after
determines,
not going anywhere near
difference.
the 8, Wijler shoots 2 in the final set, and I think even he's confused.
Yeah, he seems confused, yeah. See, this is a tense moment for the archers because they have had shots where they have landed where they didn't expect them to land. And now the whole match comes down to this one shot that needs to be as close to the middle as possible.
The scores there with at 8 with the final arrow confirmed.
Well, I was about to say, let's just wait till we get the conclusion from the target judge, but there it is. It is tied up at 5 apiece, and we go to a shoot-off. These are easy, aren't they, Chef?
Well, it is a fairly simple concept, at least. Just hit the middle and win. So they both shoot one arrow, and the arrow that's closest to center gets awarded the win. And if they cannot determine who is closer to the center, they just try again.
So here's a question for you, and one that we can only ask of an Olympic archer, who I'm sure has seen many shoot-offs and been involved in many shoot-offs. Does momentum matter at this point? Valladont fighting back from 3-1 down and then 5-3 down. The momentum, you would say, is with him. But does it make a difference when it's just one arrow?
I think for most matches, momentum would matter. But I think in this case, Steve likes to basically do a comeback. He likes to turn around the momentum. And I think JC, as far as I can gauge him, he doesn't care about momentum. He just shoots and sees what he gets. So, yeah, maybe it matters, but I think not in this match.
Little adjustment there from Steve on his sight. Is that an indication of nerves, or is that being professional?
That was I was asking myself the same question. Either he is contemplating, like, maybe I should adjust my sight, or he's determined and he says, I'll adjust my sight and go for it. But it's difficult to see from here which one it is. I think he's the only one who knows.
We're about to find out, aren't we? Shoot off for the recurve men's individual gold medal. Steve Wijler against Jean-Charles Valladont. Wijler looking composed. High 9. High 9. Room here for JC Valladont. If he puts it in the 10, the gold is his. Oh, what a shot from JC Valladont from France. He had to come back twice in the match. He forced the shoot off, and when it came, He nailed it in the middle of the target for the gold medal here at the European Grand Prix. First leg in Lilleshall, Great Britain. JC Valladont, the champion of the recurve men's individual competition.